said. This is one of his prophecies. So Akhir Zaman is a time when there will be epidemics, plagues. The word which used to be used long ago was plague, but nobody uses that term anymore. Now they use the term epidemic instead of plague. And in the epidemic today, we have the coronavirus, which has just attacked China. And one of the functions of the scholars of Islam today, if you are able to read the world correctly, is to offer an insight and offer an explanation and say Allah knows best. That's right, just say it, Allah knows best. You can be right, you can be wrong, but you must at least come forward and offer an explanation, which is what I'm doing. And my view is that Dajjal is at work in coronavirus, the one who wants to rule the world from Jerusalem. So he has to have a Pax Judaica, which will replace Pax Americana, the way Pax Americana replaced Pax Britannica. You know, the three. Pax Britannica, Pax Americana, Pax Judaica, so that Israel can rule the world. And Allah speaks of this in Surah Al-Mursalat. And when we interpret the Quran, only Allah can confirm that it is correct. But we must make the effort to interpret. Don't be afraid. Have some backbone. Intaliku ba'adawuzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Intaliku ila zillin zi salasi shab. Proceed now to that shadow which will come upon the world. A shadow which will have three parts. And my opinion, and Allah knows best, these are the three parts. In order for a Pax Judaica to replace Pax Americana, in order for Israel to become the ruling state in the world, the population of Arabs, this is Muslim and Christian Arabs which surround Israel, has to be substantially reduced. You cannot reduce that population substantially through warfare, because you'll get a very bad name. You can use warfare to take control of territory, which is what Israel is going to do. But in order to substantially reduce the population and not be blamed for it, you need something called biological warfare. What I am explaining is what they can do. They can explain the same thing, but they would not speak. I don't know. I don't know. I've now given up. I have given up. I've stopped trying with them. Let them go their way and I'll go mine. Okay? I've tried for 20, 30 years with them now, but they're just stuck in concrete. So brother, goodbye. I'm going my way. You go yours. This is what is happening today. They are using the coronavirus, in my opinion, it is a trial run. And they're using it with the most populous nation in the world, the Chinese. And they're using it to see how China will respond to control it, and how the World Health Organization in Geneva will respond to control it. And so they are monitoring the coronavirus, exquisite monitoring going on at this time. Those who want to rule the world from Jerusalem. That's what they're doing while this corona, of course, they're the ones who planted it in the first place. I have no doubt about that. Dajjal uses Gog and Magog to commit fasad, spread fasad all over the world. And so the coronavirus has to be located in biological warfare in Akhir Zaman. That is my statement. How do we respond? I don't know how many people will die. That's not important to me. What is important to me is to see how does the Chinese government deal with this problem. We know that our Prophet said Allah's blessings be upon him 1400 years ago. He said, when a plague takes place, if you are located in that place where the plague is spreading, do not leave. And if you are outside, do not enter. It's called quarantine. And he said this 1400 years ago, quarantine. And now the world has picked up that same system of quarantine. But if you are coming back to Trinidad from China, if they allow you to enter, they'll put you in quarantine and check to see whether or not you have the virus before they allow you to enter into the population. And so the important thing that they are doing now is monitoring the Chinese government to see how does the Chinese government respond to this epidemic of the coronavirus. And secondly, how does the world respond? What is the World Health Organization in Geneva doing? The president of the World Health Organization used to be a Muslim from Trinidad and Tobago. Yes. Kamaluddin Muhammad used to be president. I was a student in Geneva at that time when he was elected president of the World Health Organization, WHO, in Geneva. The second thing that is important for us is that to recognize that the Arabs are going to be wiped out by plague. Our Prophet ﷺ has spoken, and I've just given you the hadith from Sahih Bukhari about Mutan, a plague which will kill you the way sheep are killed. It is one of the six that he mentioned, 6 things, the hadith, which is at the time of the Ghazwat Tabuk. So the Arabs are the ones who have to be most concerned about coronavirus. And that is that every Arab government, Algeria, Mauritania, Morocco, Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, Iraq, Syria, Jordan, Yemen, the whole of the Arab, Jaziratul Arab, you should all be sending monitors, people who could go to Beijing, to monitor how the Chinese government is dealing with this problem. How can they contain it? See how the Chinese government is operating and learn from what they are doing, their mistakes, and will they correct things. Check to see how the World Health Organization is responding to it. Because tomorrow, after the trial runs are over, tomorrow the plague is going to hit the Arab world. And they will want to ensure that you are not prepared for it, and that huge numbers of Arabs will die as prophesied by the Prophet ﷺ. And so for the whole world of Islam, yes, it is important. But coronavirus is far, far more important for the Arab world, because this is Akhir Zaman. And in Akhir Zaman, there is a prophecy of a virus attack on the Arab world which will kill huge numbers of Arabs.